Niall here with another Valhalla Anniversary Special Town 9 attacks featuring the Dark Spells, Earthquake and Haste. We're going to start off with a HoVaLo by Basilbrush, one of our co-leaders over in Folk Vanguard, our new Valhalla clan. Some may ask, why would you use loons and hog riders together? And the answer is simple. You try to optimize where those units are being used. Hog riders are very vulnerable to giant bombs, and loons are very vulnerable to air defenses and Teslas to a lesser degree. Basil's going to use his hog riders here in I call it a cavalry method, right behind the main force, and his objective is to make sure those air defenses go down quickly. And that would be the main reason to use a HoVaLo, is that you can't guarantee the air defenses are going to go down quickly, but you need to get those defense targeting units in there. At least that's why I use it at a Town Hall 8 level. Now as the air defenses go down, he's going to use the loons in a surgical fashion to take out the defenses that are no longer covered by the air defenses. As you see there, Basil got his main Valkyrie and heroes and wizards into the core where the air defenses are surrounding, meaning that he can easily take out the air defenses, and once they're down, deploy the defense targeting units. Basil is taking out the archer towers and the cannon there. Probably only needed one loon on the cannon, but it's sometimes a good idea to put an extra loon on the archer towers, since if there's a Tesla that pops up, it helps prevent that from messing up your attack. And now as the Valkyrie and heroes work on the junk buildings, the loons are going to go straight for the defenses. That wizard tower could be a bit of a problem because of the splash damage, but there's only 2 air targeting defenses left, and there you go. Basil has eliminated all of the important defenses. Again, the main reason that you'd want to use this strategy is to optimize the strength of the loons and the hog riders. Now, the dark spell featured in this was Earthquake, which mainly opened up the core. And when using an attack like this, since you have so many defense targeting units, it's alright to use the Earthquake to primarily get into the core so you can save on wall breakers. With a GoViz or Vape, you might want to prioritize opening a lot of compartments versus getting right into that core. Next up is a promising Valhalla recruit, Draeger. He's going to show off a HoVa strategy, also featuring Earthquake and 1 Haste spell. Unfortunately, the Haste spell, there isn't a lot of situations in which you'd use it instead of Rage. Haste is very effective on speeding up loons. It can even be used to have a bunch of pack of hog riders make their way through defenses very quickly while they're preoccupied in a surgical fashion. But a lot of units really need that attack boost as well. Now you see Draeger going in there, eliminating Clan Castle. Fortunately, with this new update, your troops will actually engage the defending Clan Castle troops when they're attacking your troops, which also means that you can again use heroes as a lure into the core, a strategy that I favor. And there he goes using the hog riders in a surgical fashion. While the defenses were occupied, he dropped a few of them, using a heal spell to keep them going. Also got a few of the Valkyrie in there, that's optimized. And there he goes on the top, deploying another group of hog riders to surgically remove some of the defenses. Surgical deployment for loons and hog riders tends to be one of the most powerful strategies because it puts less pressure on your spell use. Since the units are the defenses are occupied, you don't have to use as many heal spells or haste or what have you, because your main forces are distracting the unit. So that also means that you can use the heal spell either to keep your main force alive, or on those hog riders if the surgical didn't quite work and they ended up targeting your units. And there you go, Draeger eliminating all the defenses, and so we're just moving up into cleanup. So I'm going to speed up the video here as the hog riders make their way through. Again, surgical deployment for HoVaLo or HoVa and Valo are ideal generally because they optimize the use of your units and are very efficient. Next up, Yara is going to do a GoWiVa, and I always love to see an excellent GoWiVa, GoVape, or GoViz, because to get a 3-star with those strategies requires that you have a base with more of an open core, and that you have longer compartments so that you're not trying to work your way through walls, because as anybody who's used Valkyrie know, you spend too much time working your way through walls and you're going to have an issue. And this base is ideal for a GoWiVa. It has a little wider spread with the splash damage, open core there, so the golems are able to work their way through the compartments fairly easy, not hindered by the walls. Yara getting his Valkyrie and witches into the core there and stripping that out, and that's what the Valkyrie's role in a GoWiVa is. The witches keep spawning skeletons and keeping the defenses occupied, and the Valkyrie helps strip out the core. The Valkyrie are dead now, but they have done significant damage to the core there. Yara working his way through the golem on the bottom there, still alive, still keeping the defenses occupied. You see here, sometimes you have to watch out for bases designed like this when your units double back. For Yara here, it's going to work to his advantage as it gets the units behind the tanks again. But especially if you're dealing like with a Chief Pat base, sometimes your range units will go forward, putting themselves right in the path of point defenses, while your defenses double back, or tankers double back, and that can ruin your attack. Again, like I said, I always love to see a good GoWiVa or GoViz or GoVape. They're not as easy to get 3-stars with as compositions featuring defense targeting units, just because you have to deal with a little bit more variables, the AI not going where you want. But there you go. 3 strategies used in our last anniversary event that netted 3 stars on Town Hall 9 bases. All these attacks relied pretty heavily on Earthquake, but hopefully in the next videos I can show you some good uses for the Haste spell. Clash on!